So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our sitting. And I'm happy to be. Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be back, and happy to hear the appreciation of the other teachers who taught here while I was away. So that was nice, Matthew and Andrea. So. In the sitting today, I want to emphasize a three-letter word, and that is the word now. And if you want to add a letter so it's a little more sophisticated, you can add the K in front so that it's know now, the now that's to be known. And the task in meditation, mindfulness meditation, is to develop greater confidence in now than in confidence in the present and the past, or in fantasy and commentary, abstract thinking. To have confidence that being presencing now is valuable. It's not a dismissal or a rejection of past and future, but if we're going to be involved in the past and the future, to know that we're doing so now. To always know what is happening and unfolding now as the foundation for our life. And the life just kind of unfolds so much more beautifully and remarkably and wisely when we are centered here and now with what's unfolding, what is flowing, what is arising, what is passing, what is occurring now. So in this sitting today, you might, if you would like, to use the word now as a little, not exactly a mantra, but as a guide, as a support, as a reminder, and just periodically say now. You might even say it at some point in the cycle of breathing, beginning of the inhales, beginning of the exhales, the end of the exhale, just anywhere it feels comfortable, very relaxed and easy, but this regular reminder to be awake, to be present for now, the experience of now, with the idea that we're developing greater confidence in our ability to be present now, or we're learning that we actually have more confidence in other things, or the mind has more confidence in distraction, or the hindrances, or conversations in one's head, or thinking about the past, or planning the future. And then is it really to your best interest in meditation to have confidence in these other things? And can you lovingly shift your attention, shift your confidence, your trust to now, to being with what is now, presencing what is now? So, assuming a posture for meditation that's appropriate for you, with a guideline that posture that helps you both to relax and to remain alert, so you don't drift off in sleep or sleepiness. And if it's nice for you, you can gently close your eyes. If you keep your eyes open because it feels better, you might want to have your eyes cast downwards towards the floor and about 45 degrees. And whether the eyes are open or closed, to see if you can relax the eyes, as if the eyeballs can rest in the sockets, as if the eyes are no longer searching, scanning the external world, looking outward, but rather resting backwards, settling down. And taking a few long, slow, deep breaths. Filling the rib cage as you inhale. Relaxing as you exhale. Allowing a settling in your body as you exhale. And then letting your breathing breathe normally. And relax your body on the exhale. Maybe the whole body can release, relax. As you exhale, settling into the place where you're meditating. As you exhale, relaxing the face. Sometimes relaxing the face, it can be a relaxing of our thinking. A tense face is almost like squeezing the thoughts, energizing thinking. And relaxing around the face, the jaw, the forehead. Also maybe allows a calming of the thinking mind. And the same with the shoulders. And the exhale, softening the shoulders. Letting the thinking mind become calm. And softening the belly. Releasing the belly into now, here. And perhaps there's some way you can relax the thinking mind, or any physical tension associated with the thinking mind. If we're thinking a lot, there's a kind of disassociation that happens with the body, a separation from that which is able to settle in the heart. And then if it's comfortable for you, settle into the experience of the body breathing. And wherever you feel your breathing in your body, the sensations of the body breathing, at the edges of them, can you relax more? Can you soften? And as you sit here, if it's nice for you, you can periodically say the word now, maybe with an inner voice that is calm and confident, so that you bring your confidence into the practice of being present to now. Maybe nothing needs to be different than what it is, except knowing more fully that whatever is happening now. Thinking is happening now. Feeling is happening now. Sensations are happening now. Now. And a reason to be present for now is that each unique moment, each now, is only here for brief moments. remembering to be here and now, especially the now, as a recognizing, being with what is occurring now. as we come to the end of this sitting, to consider that now, the present moment, is the location for love, for care, for kindness, goodwill, all these wonderful qualities of, generous qualities of care and friendship. They are motivations, feelings, attitudes that when felt and known are occurring in the present moment. And as we come to the end of the sitting, perhaps you can bring your attention to the place within that you associate with goodwill, compassion, kindness, and center yourself there. As you exhale, relax into that location, even if you don't feel it right now. The place that seems to be activated, energized, when there is love and kindness, goodwill. Breathe through that place. Breathe with it. And knowing you're doing so from the present moment, reflect on what encounters with others you might have on this day, or if it's evening for you, tomorrow. And consider, look upon the people that you might encounter, known and unknown, strangers and friends, people you'll communicate with through technology, people you might talk to on the phone or meet with, and gaze upon them kindly. Gaze upon them with calm sense of love or goodwill, friendliness. And consider how, in a way that has integrity for you, seems appropriate for you, how you might live this day with greater care and kindness for the people you'll encounter. Consider ways that you can offer more care, or do things that improves the lives of others, even without them knowing that you're doing it, maybe. Simple ways of supporting others. And may it be that this meditation practice we do, and practice of the mindfulness we develop, may it be as a support for us to live in this world, to make this world a better place for others. Even in the smallest details, can we contribute to the welfare and happiness, well-being of others. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful, and may all beings be free, free of oppression, hostility, free of suffering and despair and stress. May all beings discover what it's like to have a heart that is at peace. So, good day to our Monday on this first day of the week. And so the theme that I would like to talk about is faith. And I think the motivation to talk about faith is that I've been feeling lately quite inspired by it and heartened by this faith quality of Buddhist practice. And so it's mostly to be able to talk a little bit, share a little bit, something that's in my heart. And and there are different qualities of faith. So in different times, in different ways, the Pali word sada, which often translated into English as faith, has different qualities, and so therefore often translated then differently, and in context. And so sometimes it's trust, sometimes it's confidence, sometimes it's devotion or love. And so whatever it is, this and the English word, the associations we have in English for faith, if those don't work for you, other words might work, or you might put those aside and just realize the provisional nature of the English translation of sada as faith. But I like the word faith myself because it's, to me, and maybe it might not be for others, faith is not so much about a tenet of belief, what we believe and what we have to believe, belief that we don't have any verification for, but rather faith is to have some kind of trust or confidence in what can be called the Dharma. But not the Dharma that's out there that you read about, but the Dharma that's found in the heart. And so one of the definitions of this faith in Buddhism that I like is that it is the attitude, the quality that calms the heart. Sometimes it's said it's what clears the heart or clarifies the heart. That clears, and the word clear, the analogy for this in the ancient world is if the water, like a pond, is all muddy, it's like some animal has run through it and it's all muddy. Then there's apparently in ancient India a magical stone that if you put it in the pond, in the water, it clears all the mud away. And so faith clears away the mud of our distractions, preoccupations, the things we swirl around in. And the ancient texts say specifically that there's something about the power of faith, this kind of deep trust that calms the heart, that clears it of the hindrances, clears it for the grasping at desires and aversions, being pulled into the world of restlessness, resistance, tiredness, not tiredness, but kind of a slothfulness and doubt. So the way we reach out and hold on to these things or get caught in them. And there's something about the deep trust that the Dharma can provide that settles those things, because the hindrances are an expression of mistrust. They are expressions of not having faith in where the heart can settle, where the heart can be at home in itself. When we put faith in sensual desire, we put faith in something that keeps us a little bit dissociated from ourselves, a little bit reaching out beyond ourselves and wanting something. Same thing with ill will. Put faith in ill will. It's not a good place to have faith in or trust in. But most people won't say they have faith or trust in ill will. But functionally, that's what kind of is happening unconsciously. That, oh, this is how I become safe. This is how I get what I want. This is how I protect myself, is by, or how I create myself as a person, is by expressing my hostility, my anger, my criticism, complaints. And so there's confidence in that world of complaints and criticism and all that. And so what we're doing in the Dharma practice is to find some place to be at ease and at rest in our own hearts, in our own being, that is not dissociating. It's not reaching out and relating to the outer world in a way that desire and ill will does, and even doubt does sometimes. It's really a settling. It's what settles the heart, it clarifies the heart. And one of the classic purposes of faith in the Dharma is not faith for its own sake, but rather faith that provides the resolve, dedication, the intention, the motivation to practice, to live a different way. So it isn't passive faith, just to sit back and kind of be taken care of by, in some passive magical way by what we have faith in, but rather it's a faith to a certain kind of action, a certain kind of walking the moment steps of Dharma practice, of showing up and being mindful, being present. But as faith gets awakened, the practice, the action of practice, the engagement in practice can be have the same soothing or settling or clearing quality as faith does, because faith comes along with it, or is part of the practice we do. And when we practice without faith, without this warm-heartedness, or this love, or this care, or this trust, then the mindfulness sometimes itself can become a little bit dissociated, disembodied even, as if it's a technique that we're doing. But when it comes out of faith, comes out of the deeper trust, then it's not dissociated. It can be more embodied, or more presencing, or more even inspiring for ourselves. So, so faith. So in these days, I'll talk about these different heart qualities, qualities of heart that come into play in different ways around this word faith, this concept of faith. And so I thought of Tuesday, tomorrow, talk more about trust, and then Wednesday about the quality of love in relationship to faith, and then on Thursday, confidence in relationship to faith. But the question is, what do we have confidence in? And there's many things, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and things. But on Thursday I want to talk about faith and non-clinging. And this wonderful kind of holding together, like left and right hand holding each other, of non-clinging and the warmth and the goodness of faith. And then on Friday, talk about kind of about, in a sense, faith as devotion that expresses itself in service, expresses itself in acting for the benefit of others, and that act of service can be an expression of Dharma devotion. That's where the devotion kind of the practice can really maybe take get an expression in itself. And and my hope is in talking about faith that we really, I hope I can talk about it in such a way that you can begin recognizing it in yourself. Because I don't, that's really where the faith lives, is in ourselves, in our hearts, in our inner life. And we all have the faculty of faith. So in Buddhism, you wouldn't say that you have faith in certain teachings or something, because that's a little bit more like intellectual exercise. Faith in Buddhism is considered to be a faculty, like confidence is more like a faculty, and equanimity is a capacity, a faculty. Loving kindness is a capacity we have, a faculty we have. We have an ability to have kindness and goodwill and generosity, and so it's in that sense, this faith is a faculty, is an ability, is a capacity that we can develop and grow in, and in that sense, it's something that already lives in each of us, though it might be dormant or might be resting, or maybe the seeds of this Dharma faith is sitting waiting to be watered. But it's there in everyone, and so we want to I'm hoping these talks will be a little bit more of have some resonance inside of you, of something that you can recognize. So faith, trust, confidence, love, inspiration, motivation, devotion, service, all those kind of are in the sphere of what I'm calling faith, or sada. So thank you, and very happy to be back here, and look forward to this coming week. Thank you.